Hello everybody, I'm at home. On the way home, I had a subscriber that wanted to ask if I would do a video on electronics. So with what you need with RV transport. So that's what we're going to do today. All right, first thing is, and also what's necessary and what's not. I have a tablet. This is not necessary to have. You can use your phone on your logbook. This is, I have this and I have a subscription through Verizon. I think it's only like $10 a month. I do my logbook on it, so I don't have to hand the DOT officer my phone. I'd rather hand him this because that's all I do on it is my logbook. Sometimes watch TV on it, but. And the second thing is a printer. Now you can go to the truck stop and pay them every time you get a load to print out your paperwork. I ain't sure how much it is, a couple dollars, I think, page or something, I don't know. Or you can go to the office and print your paperwork. But if you're out and it's a whole lot easier to have your own printer. I have an HP, and I always make sure when you get a printer, and I'm gonna put all links below of what I can, except this refrigerator that I have out here. I'm not gonna put the link below of the refrigerator. The reason is because the one I have is not on there. I bought this one at aisle 80, and you go there, aisle 80 or Joplin 44, they have them, and they're better prices. And the ones on there on Amazon, they're bigger and the prices are a whole lot more. But now whenever you get a printer, you need to make sure that the printer will go to a phone, because all printers do not. And it's got all this where you make copies and everything, but I don't. All I use it for is to print out my paperwork. I get my phone and plug this thing up and print out my paperwork every time I'm out on the road. Saves me time, saves me money. Now, to print out paperwork, some trucks come with an inverter. Mine does not. I have a tradesman. I guess it stepped up to a Laramie and up, you may. But this one right here is 175 watts power drive inverter. Plugs into a cigarette lighter, and you can even charge your phones on it. You got 3 plugs. Plug it right in there, plug it up, and you're good to go. You can print out your paperwork. You can use it. It's not strong enough if you want to have a coffee maker in your truck. It's not strong enough to do that. And this one is one I'm using now, but fixing to take back out of the truck and put the big one back in. I had this one and I took it out because I didn't need it, but I'm fixing to put it right back in. Now this is 1,000 watt. Fits up underneath my seat. Get the cables, mount it on, you're hot and ground. Now the one thing I love about this is, first, it's got more watts. You can pretty much do anything with it. I've run microwaves and everything off of it. Not in the truck in the 18-wheeler, but the reason that I like this one is, you see, it's Bluetooth. Now, all I gotta do is turn my phone, hit the app, download the app, touch it, and I can turn this off and on without having to move anything. And that, it saves time. Plus on the app you can see how, your batteries and your alternator and all that stuff. It tells you on the app, and if here's getting hot, it'll cut off, saves saves from damaging anything. Now, next on the list is, everybody has GPS on their phone. I even use GPS on my phone. I do not use this a lot anymore, but I still do. It still comes in handy. Garmin GPS, Trucker GPS. And this one is an old one. I've had it for a long time. I'm fixing to upgrade it to get the new one. The one I am going to get, I am going to put it in the link down below. And the reason is because if you're on going somewhere and you don't know, say you're going somewhere, New York, Chicago, and where there's a lot of low bridges or something, that comes in handy. And plus, if your cell phone loses service, which that has happened to me, and you can't pick it up, you can plug that in and it works most of the time. And the next is, like I said, you don't have to have that. I'm just throwing the stuff out there that I have packed in my truck that I use, not all the time, but I have it just in case I do need it. Blue Parrot. Blue Parrot is one of the best, and you can tell mine is old, is the best, in my opinion, mic out there. And I've used these for years and years and years, and every time one dies, I go back and I buy another one. They're very dependable. Now, I've had this one in the truck, CB radio. This is a handheld CB radio. Plug it up to a cigarette lighter. It's a Cobra. See the antenna right here on top? All right, by using this, you can buy it and plug it up and talk on it like this. You're only gonna pretty much reach out to the truck beside you or right in front of you. That's gonna be it. Now they have the ends, you can take this off, and they have the ends that you can put on and add a antenna. This right here is a striker. And I had this is not mounted on my truck now, but I'm waiting till the weather warms up and I am going to mount it back on the truck. I tried to go a different way. This one right here does pretty good. I do like it. But I am going to put my big radio back in the truck. Put my big radio back in the truck. This one's going to go in. It's magnetized. It's going to stick on top. And the other way I went was I bought the striker mount. And what I've done, well, I'm going to walk over here. Go ahead. All right. What I've done was I mounted it right here so I can run my cable down and put this on. Now, I love this. This is the way I used to run it back in the day. But see how tall it is? And it actually picks up better. But hauling a fifth wheel, and this is, let me tighten it down a little bit. When that wind kicks up, you see how the whip is? And when the wind gets on up, the reason I had to take this off the truck is because the first fifth wheel, I heard a tink. And I noticed at the end of the tip was hitting the camper. So I had to take that off, and that's why I'm using the magnet mount. And I'm going to put the magnet mount back on the truck. I would rather go this way, just because that's the way I've always done it. But there again, it hits the truck. Now, if you do not have internet, everybody pretty much has hotspot on their phone. And I went and bought a jetpack. I have this in the truck as well. I have hotspot too. But if y'all watch my videos, you know I have a Lynxwell radio. So with my Lynxwell radio, I'm always using apps and everything on it. So I use the jetpack and I use the phone, especially if one runs out or gets slow. Now, everybody knows, if you watch my videos, I'm not even going to show you, but the dash cam. It's my electronic. I have it mounted. I love it. I have it in some of my videos. Gauges. Y'all can watch my video on the gauges I've done. I love my gauges. And what I have left is my jump box. And I'm loving this thing. If y'all haven't watched the video on the jump box, you need to, because I was very shocked, and you can be able to see that in the video. I love this thing. I've had another friend order one, and he's loving it as well. I got another friend that's in process of getting one too. Autel. All right, you do not have to have this scan tool. This is a scan tool. You do not. I have not even done a review on it yet because I've only used it once or twice. I'm waiting until I get some more information on it. But if you do not have a scan tool and you're in RV transport, if you're in hot shot, or if you're in any kind of transporting at all, you need some kind of scan tool. Now, the one thing about the gauges, it can read the codes. But to get down deep into it, to do what the gauges won't do, I got the Autel. I will show you what it looks like, but when I get more information on my Autel, there it is. Like I said, I've only had to use it once or twice. I do know that I had a mass airflow sensor that it popped the check engine light on, so I plugged this up to it and it come in permanent. Well, I checked the mass airflow sensor and it was fine. It just, the air filter actually come off. I didn't put it on tight enough and hit a bump to come off. Put it back on, but it put a permanent code in this. Now, sometimes it will put a permanent code and you can't delete it unless you fix the problem. So I do love this thing, and everybody's like, well, you got it, but you don't use it much. That's a good thing. If I'm not having to use it, my truck's still doing good. But one day, I know it's going to happen. It's going to happen to all of us. Something is going to happen. That is all the electronic videos. I mean, electronic little toys that I have, I guess. But the refrigerator, like I said, you don't have to have one like this. I love it because it works for me. It gets, I can set whatever temperature I want, and I keep all kind of stuff in it. And if y'all watch my videos, y'all know I just got, like I said, just got in. You know, keep turkey in it. Plus, if you want to turn it into a freezer on this one, you can. I got my drinks and stuff in there. But you can turn this one into a freezer. You can just pop it down if you were wanting it. But to save money, you don't have to have this. You can go and save, whenever you get diesel at truck stops, you get points. And you can take the points and go buy a $99 one and plug it up. It's not going to get as cold as this, but it's going to be cold enough to keep drinks in or your sandwich meat in or stuff like that. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope it helped somebody out. And thanks to a subscriber that recommended this video. And hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. See you in the next one.